I just realized I was muted. Hello, welcome, happy Crafternoon, everyone. I am your host, Trisha Lynn, and today we are diving back into the Miniverse, getting knee deep in miniature stuff. So before we really get into it, I'm gonna share some ish that happened, and it kind of annoyed me, but I'm gonna share. So as you can see, we have the chicken soup that we made last week. Okay, chicken soup, and there was some discussion in chat about crackers, oyster crackers, or um, breadsticks, because I also made the salad, the Caesar salad last week. And so I remembered that I'd gotten this cracker mold for my friend. And she pulled it out, and we realized there was a square cracker. So I bought some UV nail polish that is roughly this color, and made it, because these are really like made for like nail embellishments and stuff, and when you look at them they say to use nail polish, but I also figured that would just be the easiest. So I did some experimenting uh Friday after I got them in the mail, and discovered that if I filled the mold all the way, they were a little too thick. Let me see if I can show you. A little thick to be crackers. Um, ooh, no. Hold on. I'm about to drop one. I'm trying not to. There we go. They were a little thick, and so I was trying to get them. Those are all my thick boys. Trying to get them about halfway in the mold and get these thinner ones that looked more like a cracker. Next to the soup. Damn it. Ah, that look more like crackers with the soup. Came out great, right? Um, so I was making them, and I was like, I'm just gonna make them off camera. And I asked my friend, like, hey, while I'm here, do you want me to make some for you? And she's like, yeah. So because like it's really easy to overfill them and get these thick boys, these thicker ones, and then the thinner ones, I had to keep doing it. And I realized at a certain point that the mold, like inside, looked really frosty as compared to the other ones. So I took some 91% isopropyl alcohol, cleaned it out, dried it off, and then went to make more. And let me see if I can get it close enough that you can see what happened there. So there are these little nubs in the mold, and they came off. Basically, the mold tore. So part of the mold is still on this cracker. And the mold is now caputo, for that square cracker. So I don't know what I did with the alcohol. I don't know what the thing was, what happened there. But I'm ordering another one of these for my friend. I'm like, well, this one's mine. And I'll get you a new one, and get myself a new one too, so I make more crackers just in case for other things. So yeah, that's what happened with the crackers. I was super excited that I got a mold that could make the crackers, and I was just sitting over here making crackers, and that happened. So I mean, this is what happens also when you get a little silicone mold that cost you 84 cents on Temu. It happens. So I'm just gonna put put my soup back in there. Put the crackers in there for when I eventually get these all set up in their display. And we're going to move on. All right. So, one of the things that we're definitely going to do today is the Blue Razz Jello, because my friend who got the Blue Razz Jello for me, she got it and it did not have a mold because the person wanted to keep the mold. So I borrowed her mold, so I need to give it back to her. So I have it to use today. So we will be making the Blue Razz Jello at some point. But before we get into the Blue Razz Jello, let's hit the roulette wheel as advertised. This is Miniverse Roulette. And get some spinny spin. All right. Okay. We have the mint chip shake, which I was just looking at earlier. That's a baked potato. That's not what I was looking at. Oh. That's the mint chip shake. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Blue Razz. Oh, the Blue Razz Jello isn't in this. Okay. This is the Blue Razz Jello. Okay, so I've got the Blue Razz Jello on standby. And we are going to start with the mint chip shake. So, this is different. There's a little whipped cream container. Little like cake pieces. Chocolate chips. The cup, glass, a straw, and the mint chip milkshake. Let me move my light here. Here we go. The mint chip milkshake resin. So I'm going to actually show you what is. Hold on. Ow. The the heating pad I was using last week for my back also worked very well on getting the resin nice and flowing. So I'm pulling it out. There we go. Just to kind of use to get the resin heated and working, flowing correctly. So let me get that on. Okay, I've got that sitting here. And let's examine what's in the Blue Razz Jello. So this is for the mint chip shake. And this is, oh wait, there's also the 100% happy coaster. This is what the mint chip shake God, my light is just crazy right now. There we go. This is what the mint chip shake will look like, approximately. So that's the mint chip shake. This is the Blue Razz Jelly, which will look like this. Comes with the little cake plate. The squishy resin, which will actually squish. Some blueberries and raspberries to go in it. A little serving thing and the tongs. Okay. So I'm going to take the squishy jelly, which I've not worked with. I'm very intrigued. And the mint, I'm a little concerned. The mint chip doesn't feel like there's anything in it. So let's get those in the heating pad. And I'll move this stuff off to the side. You could probably hear Pixel, who won't leave me alone today. Probably because I actually left my house and did stuff yesterday and wasn't home. So today she's just like, no, I'm your best friend, right? Man's best friend, woman's best friend. I'm right here. What's up? Hello, Daily Dysfunction. Squishy. Yes, it is supposed to be squishy. I am intrigued. The brand Let's Resin makes the soft type resin as well that you can buy, but I want to work with this before I do that because I do also have a little tiny red stapler that I want to make. It's a red stapler, which isn't correct to the office, but I want to make the Jello basically in a different color, not that gross yellow, because it is a red stapler. I don't want to offset it. Anyway, I want to make that as my own remix at some point. So I'm interested to work with this squishy Jello. All right. For the mint chip, there is also that I might have to get just because it matches so well. There's a mint chip cake, and I think that would be cute to have the cake and the shake. I'll have to let my friend know I need that mint chip cake. So, speaking of mint chip cake, we've got the little cake pieces to adorn our shake. We have got the straw, which is a different straw than the soda straw. It's like a boba, like a thick chunky boy straw, which I think is still too long, even for a milkshake straw. But we'll see. Then the chocolate chips and the whipped cream, which, that's the whipped cream. I appreciate their commitment to the containers, though, that it's just this little, so great. I have seen ones that this, and maybe, I don't know if they are the Miniverse brand or if they're the new, I always want to call it Iron Chef, but it's not Iron Chef. It's Master Chef ones by Zuru, that this is a resin and actually squishes out. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So looks like in terms of making this, the key is to layer the mint chips with the resin, because this stuff all goes on top. So Let me grab a little container here and get some of these mint chips out and ready to use. Ooh. Yikes. All right. And I don't think I'll need all of these. Like the picture shows just 2 of these little whipped cream tufts. So I will just have the 2 out. Let's see how well this pours. Okay. All right. Pixel doesn't understand why she can't come over here. All right. All right. Pours pretty okay. Let me get it down to the bottom. Throw a chip or 2 in there. Oh, that put 1 chip like directly into the, like the little, there we go, the little crevice at the bottom, which I didn't want. So let me let that settle a bit. Okay. Where is the heat gun? Should be just want to hit it briefly to make sure the bubbles are popped. Okay. And then I've got a light. Just kind of hit that in the bottom. Cool. All right. I learned from doing the orange soda last week to get the straw in there in the beginning. I just hope it will be, oh yeah, I can still kind of like pull it out of the way to get the resin around it. All right. Okay. This seems, let me grab a toothpick here to kind of push some more chocolate chips into there. This seems really kind of like not super opaque enough to be a milkshake, if that makes sense. Trying to get some chocolate chips like behind the straw there. Okay. That looks good. So we're going to hit that. Move that out of the way. I don't think it'll have any real effect, but oh, there's like a big kind of bubble there. Actually, is that a bubble or is it a chocolate chip? It's hard to tell. I think it's both. Looking down into it, I think it is a bubble. It's definitely a bubble. Crap stick. Oh well. Ugh. Let's get more of this down in there. Glub, glub. Okay. Put that. Actually, I think since this is getting toward at the bottom, put the cap back on and put it back in my heating pad to get it kind of maximized. There are definitely bubbles popping up, which I definitely don't want. So let me get, I feel like there's a good, except for behind the straw, which is no big deal because I know I will like display it like this with the straw, toward the back. But there's a pretty decent distribution of chocolate chips in there. So let me just kind of let that settle a little bit more. Hit it again with the heating gun to get it a bit, just making sure there's no bubbles. And then we will hit it again with the UV. All right. Let's get more of these. And I'm wondering, like, is it at this point that I should kind of put these in here? Or do they really like... No, I think I need to fill it about probably halfway up of what's there before I start putting the little cake squares and the whipped cream in. Okay. All right. Let's set that aside. Get this going here. I'm just trying to like move the chocolate chips around enough so that they're a little more distributed. Yeah, I think that'll be a good, once I cure that, that'll be a good place to then put the, had to move it because I see a bubble. Okay. Got that bubble taken care of. Now you can hit it with this. Oh no. Bubbles. Where do those bubbles come from? How dare they? Shit, they are on the side too. Probably something about the way I put the chocolate chips in on that layer. Crap. Oh well. I may be the only bubbles. They're so small. Yeah, it's the way I put the chocolate chips in and didn't like stir it enough. Oh well. Okay. So let's see. This one has a weird like coloring thing, so I'm just gonna kind of make sure that it's more or less disguised. See, so it's got that like stray line. If you can sort of see that, yeah, the stray line. So maybe I will bond these together first. Let me just make sure that like they would still go in. Yeah. So I'm gonna take a droplet of that. Okay. I'll definitely go in that way. So let me if I can get this enough in there to keep them together. Okay. It's not the best connection, but it'll work for now. All right. So I want to kind of pile them like that. Let me get this. Okay. I think I'm definitely using all of this resin. See a bubble. Okay. Got the bubble. Now we're gonna squirt those into there. It's a little too deep. So I'm going to grab them, put a couple of chocolate chips behind them, put those there. Crud. Okay, I'm going to let those sit there so that the whipped cream doesn't continue to sink, because I want to put more chocolate chips on top, because I'm going to have to hold them. Go where I want you to go, damn it. I mean, that's not where I want to do. Yeah, because I'm going to have to kind of hold them up to get them where I want them to cure at. But before I do that, I need to oh no, the whipped cream is just getting totally lost. Okay. I have a plan to fix the whipped cream. Grab some. Okay. Pull out some of this 91% alcohol. My other tweezers. Pull them out because they're just like covered now. And I want them to be white, not, you know, greeny hazed. So I think what I need to do is okay, kind of like flash cured that, but there's still, I think, just enough stickiness, and there's just enough resin still for me to put these two on top. So I literally just had that second. There we go. Okay. So just kind of rinsed these off. So they're back to that brighter white. Okay. Okay. Let me do, like I said, there was just a bit more resin in here. So okay. Let me grab the heat gun. Okay, that's all my fingers can take. And it is flowing. So we're getting just that little bit more. Just, yeah, it looks good on that side. Okay. Going to Pixel, go away. And just kind of get that off my fingers. Okay. So I want, there's a stray chocolate chip floating around over there. I do want a few on top. So we've got, let me just make sure I've got all the resin off my tweezers too, because okay. I want perfect. And oh, nope, get up there. Perfect. They're still sinking a little bit. So I just want to kind of tweak them out a little. I better cure this now before they sink again. Get that cured off. So let's see. I think this one has turned out pretty good. It looks pretty much like the picture, more or less. Obviously, I will show that to you once I am done with the curing, so that you can see it a little better. You see what I mean? Like, you know, as you can see up close, it's a bit, the resin's a bit transparent to really sell milkshake, but it's all right, I guess. It's good distribution of the chocolate chips. Not as great in the back, but that is the back, because there's definitely an angle this will be displayed at, which is this, generally. It's got the squares, got a few chocolate chips on the top there for garnish, and the whipped creams. So yay. All right. That one is done. So we have our mint chip shake, and we've got our extra chocolate chips and our extra whipped creams to go into the big bag of extras. Let me grab the big bag of extras. Okay, so into the big bag of extras goes the whipped cream and the chocolate chips. All right. So I will be reusing this toothpick for our next. Just wanted to get the excess sticky off. And next, as I said, this is a desserts themed kind of day. We are going to do the Blue Razz Jello because I have borrowed the mold and I want to do it before I need to return the mold. Okay. So I've been warming the Blue Razz squishy It's pretty warm in my hand. So I think it will flow very nicely. I'm going to go ahead and toss the mint chip milkshake because we have used all of it. All right. So we have the mold for the squishy. And we have the squishy. Okay. Put the cap over here. Oh, I should probably like get the stuff. So that's what it will be displayed on. And then we have the raspberries and blueberries. So I'm just going to kind of dump all of those out into here. And kind of mix them up. Didn't mix very well, but that's fine. And then looking at this, yeah, they just kind of put some in the top so that they would kind of stick out a little bit. So let's do that. Uh-oh. I had a blueberry go flying and a raspberry. Luckily, they did not fly off of my table here. So we're all good. Okay. Let's get the squish. Okay. Whoop, whoop. That was too much. Now I feel like I need more in there. All right. That works for me. Let's hit it with the heat gun just to make sure there are no bubbles. I don't see any. And hear this batch. Okay. Still kind of squishes. So we're good. And truer words were never spoken. There is always room for Jello. Yes, there is. Okay. So I just want another layer. I'm going to make sure that it's getting into the shape of the mold. Get another globble in there. And want to kind of rotate where the raspberries and blueberries are. Yeet. Here we go. Okay. Heat gun that bad boy. And here. Okay. Now, more globby. Okay, there's some big bubbles in there. I just want to some big bubbles that are not popping. There we go. All right. And I want to kind of get into the pockets where it looks like there's not really much going on. Go. My tweezers aren't sticky, but those blueberries just don't want to release. Let me get some like on the inside. Seems like there's more blueberries. So let's do that. All right. You just hit that. And then splat out. Like for some reason to me as this sits here, it feels like it's not level, but I know from using the leveling board that this table is pretty level. And when I look at like where it is on the corners and on the sides, it looks pretty good. So like it looks pretty even. Ooh, look at them bubbles. And I think this is going to be the last layer that probably doesn't have much fruit in it, so that it's like, you know, relatively flat. Relatively flat to sit, you know. Whoa. I can see a lot of bubbles like coming up. And I'm trying to just kind of like get them to come to the surface from that fruit so that they'll pop and not be like deep in there. But if I get the heat gun too close, it like is a tsunami. Oh no, and I just blew something in there. Where did it go? I think it sunk. Oh no. Maybe it was just a bubble. Hard to say. I hope I'm not like creating those bubbles. Let me try an alternate method. Popping the bubbles. Oh, I think that is something floating in there. Okay, that was a bubble. It's a bubble. Okay. I'm just going to take this toothpick and kind of prop up one side because it does look like it was. No. All right. It looks about even up to the right spot on all of these sides. Maybe it's a little over on that side. So, see this, and I'm just going to go ahead and cure and hope for the best. I see the thing that fell in there now, but it's too late to get it out at this point. I just hope it won't like show up terribly in the finished piece. Okay. So before I demold this, I want to make sure that it's really like super duper cured. So I'm just gonna do the balancing act. Let me actually move it so that it is centered. And I want to turn it this way so that I can definitely make sure that the sides are all cured. All right. Let's pull this out. I wonder if I want to like attach this to this. We shall see. Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, the demolding is weird since it's gummy. Shing. Sweet. All right. I really want to squish it, but I also don't want to like get my grubby fingerprints on it. So let's do this. I'm gonna like dip the alcohol. It's squishy. It's squishy, but it's not like a gummy candy definitely squishes more than this does, but it is not hard like the other resin. It's interesting. Okay. So I do have crap. Like a bubble right here, but it's where there's a blueberry. So I'm okay with that. It does sit very evenly. Where did it's in here. So I can put that underneath it. Wait, hold on. I just realized that this is kind of, oh, it's not. That's frustrating. Do you see how this is frustrating? That there's the wrong number of bumps, and it is that might be a little too twitchy for me. I'm gonna put it under there for now. That might bug the shit out of me. So we'll just leave it that way for now and see how it goes. And I can just do, no, that's dumb. Like that for display. Yeah. So there you go. Looks like that. I like that some of the fruit, you can see what it is. I could, if I wanted to, definitely like, you know, kind of pile some of the fruit on the thing if I wanted to commit it to this tray. Let me stop that before I knock it over. I could also just stick it to the side of the jelly so that it's like a permanent side. Let me keep my options open for now before I, since I haven't put the stuff in the display case yet. But I'm going to keep that like that and put it aside. Okay. All right. Get some of this resin off of here. Box Office Bomb still going strong on the nails. It is still happening here. All right. Let us go back to the roulette wheel. And actually, I just want to see if it'll land on the Blue Razz Jello. Just for shits and giggles. Oh, it didn't. That was funny. Oh! Pumpkin Spice Latte. So, looks like we have had some Jello and a milkshake, and now we need to cut the edge with a latte. So this one, oh, let me actually put the extras away. I think there is still some resin in here, the Blue Razz squish. So I will put that in my extras bag. And let's get the raspberries and blueberries back into their container. Do. All right. Raspberries and blueberries back in their container and into the overflow stuffed bag. All right. So far, to recap, we have finished the Blue Razz Jello and the mint chip sundae. Mint chip sundae, Blue Razz Jello. And we are moving on to, this is the only one of the Halloween ones that I have. And I bought it like a couple weeks ago on Amazon. They're kind of expensive now because they are, not in stores and whatnot. But it's got a little pumpkin as its little thing, and its table is the only one I've seen that has a pattern on it, which is like awesome. I love it so much. All right. So its little table we'll set aside. So we have whipped cream. That. We have a black straw. We have the Rise and Shine coffee. So the PSL, which I will put into my heating pad. Let me make sure my heating pad is still on. I think I turned it on for an hour, so it might be... Oh, no, it's still good. Okay. Then we have... This is the, coaster that it came with, which is damn adorable. Oh, the whipped cream is in here. Okay. I was like, mine didn't come with whipped cream. It's in there. And then we have the cup with the ears and the sleeve. How fucking cute! It's so cute. Okay. So, let's open that. Open up the straw. And there's this should be pretty easy. There's no mix-ins. Ooh. I was gonna say, unless I want to put some chocolate chips in there, but I don't think it really needs... I mean, it's fine. That's what it looks like. Okay. And I think, yes. So, this one is super there's not a lot of remixability because that's how it goes. You fill it up, you put this on top, you're good. That's the end. So this is the whipped cream that's got the little pumpkin... Oh, there we go. The pumpkin spicy damn. There we go. You can see it, I'm sure. All right, yeah. So it like, is on the the straw. You don't have a lot of play with that. So I would guess I definitely want to, so the container can just kind of, no extras on this one. Definitely no extras. This is adorable. I want to keep that over here. Okay. Let's see. And it's a latte, so it shouldn't have bubbles really. So we should be good here. We've got some more folks. Lindsay, super late, but here. Hi, sorry. Cat sitting a very anxious floof. Oh no, poor floof. I hope the floof is settled down. Kestrel, so cute, isn't it? It's okay. So there were only 3 in the Halloween set, and they were all cute. This is the one I wanted the least, I'll be honest. Even though it's cute, because caramel apples and the little pumpkin pie with a boo like topper. How fucking cute is that? And the caramel apples, like, come on. They're so cute. I don't eat caramel apples because I like my teeth and they would like rip my teeth out. But I do like dipping apples in caramel. And those are adorable. But the thing is, because these are not in stores anymore, they are expensive AF to find. Okay, so we have got the Rise and Shine Coffee Co. heated up. Ugh. Oh no. Interesting. Okay, so I hope this hasn't like gone bad. But it's like chunky. Get that like chunk down to the bottom. Okay. I think what I'm going to do here is grab my tweezers. There we go. So that I can keep my hand far enough out of the way to heat it with the heat gun. So I've got it kind of. Here, let me save you from that noise. Okay, this one is apparently just not going to flow because it is thick. Add all the C's. Thick. Look at that. Ooh. So, going to use the straw to get it off of that. I'm going to grab a blue towel to Chunky does seem wrong. I'm gonna wipe off my little spatula just to make sure I'm not like introducing more stuff. Can I get this in there? Sort of. I mean, the color seems right to me for a latte. But like, okay, I was able to get it in. This feels like wasteful though. Like I'm never going to be able to get all of it in here off my spatula. Like, am I just supposed to like coat the sides so it looks like there's something in there? Is it a half empty PSL with a full whipped cream on top? What is going on here? I think because now I have it like all up where this is supposed to go. And that's gonna hinder the lid from going on, like with my blue slushy. And that's not good. Let me try the heat gun again because this does not seem correct. That shouldn't like stick. I may have got a super empty resin thing. It may be because it is from October, but that shouldn't really have affected it. It was closed, it was sealed. When I bought it, it was brand new. It had all the factory packaging on it. So let me hit it. Let me mute and put the music back on and hit it with the blower gun again for a while. I knew I was still muted because I was still fucking with this. And yeah, I think I've gotten everything. I squeezed as hard as I can squeeze this thing. So I have an idea. I'm just gonna get every kind of bit I can off, and onto the straw to build it up. I'm just kind of wiping to keep like dog hair out as much as I can. So I'm going to attempt to like, I've gotten a lot more out of it, but it's definitely like done where it's at. Okay. So what I'm going to attempt, let me just toss that piece of crap. Okay. What I'm going to attempt to do here, I just need to clean up this whole workstation here so I don't feel so gross. Okay. Okay. So, my plan is to kind of get that to a place where I can cheat it. So I can hold. Yes. Okay. So where I can there we go. Hold that into place and kind of dump it upside down. Because I want that to show through the lid. And if there's nothing in the center, that's okay because this covers a lot of it. So okay. So I did that so that I can do that is that wait, okay. I just want to like flash that to where it is on the straw, if that makes sense. It's not going to work. I have to hold it for too long. And then all right, let me try this. No. Yeah, tricky is the word for it. Actually, impossible might be the word for it. I wonder. I'm playing with fire. If I can just get like the bottom of it set to have the straw in the center. It's still on the side. But maybe I can hit it from the bottom and get the straw. Yeah, I could mix in clear, but I don't necessarily want that to like thin the color. Let me try this one idea. If it doesn't work, that is what I will have to do. Okay. Holding this in place, kind of shielding that. I'm sorry you guys can't really see what I'm doing here because I'm trying to do this precariously. You know what? All right. Got this off. Okay. It is stuck enough. It's still liquidy, but the bottom did stick. I'm just going to have to mix in some friggin' clear. Ugh. I wonder if... no, I better just stick with the clear. I was like, I wonder if I could mix in the UV nail polish and just make it look like I added cream to it, but let's not tempt that. Oh, you are now totally upside down. Okay. Give me a minute. All right. Whoops. You are too close to me. Okay. So, smoky quartz, citrine, sapphire tiger's eye. No. Okay. I was just looking at the colors that I have, seeing if maybe one of those might work out, but nah. Let's try adding some clear to thin it out. Okay. There is some clear added. I'm just gonna mix it up. Let's see where this goes now. That's almost right. Almost. I'm gonna try to get it. Well, first now I'm gonna try to get it off my damn hands. I just want to see if I can get it like off of where the lid goes. Although that would just cement the lid in place and be fine, but it's messy. Okay, there's some more clear. That's good and mixed in. Okay. I think what I'm going to do that is still kind of in there. The problem with that, this is more complicated than I thought. Because it got all up on the lip here, I have to wipe that lip off. Because even if I wanted to hold this, it's going to cure solid. And then I'm not going to be able to fit the lid on. So I have to wipe down the resin on the inside of the lid. Oh. Let me. No, that is. Okay. I'm just trying to like. Okay. Get out of my way. No, damn it. Okay. Got it off of the inside rim. I'm gonna turn this to some fresh to just also wipe the top off, wipe the sides off. I don't think there's much on the sides. I'm really more concerned about the top lip. But that should do it. Okay. Get that pixie hair off. Oh, come on. Here we go. Okay, dog hair off. If it doesn't sit flush, that's fine because I got enough around the sides that it looks flush. And that still pops on. That still pops on. This still goes on. And looks cute. Okay. Let me cure that for a bit. Well, the whole point of that is so that I can, like, balance this. Hold it on there, camera. Thanks. All right. Well, shit. That was far more complicated. It needed to be. Damn. All right. Yeah, the whipped cream. It didn't look small comparatively at first, but now it does. I agree. But just trying to get all these damn dog hairs off. Bane of my existence. All right, good enough. It is very cute. Now that it is done, and I can just shove that fucking pumpkin spice bullshit container down into my little trash bin. All right. Let's see. Lindsay says the whipped cream looks small in proportion, but maybe I'm just used to coffee places putting in as much as there as possible. No, totally. It does look small. Like it should fill the thing, but I can't do anything about that. And it is pretty much on top. So even if I had like raised it up a little bit, I don't think I could have gotten it to where it's not. And actually, does this come off or did it seal? Oh no, it still pops off. It still looks too small, even with the lid off. But oh well, nothing I can do about that now. Put that lid back on. Overall, it is still super cute. Yes, the whipped cream should be bigger. Is cute, is small. Shipped what? I don't understand. Oy. Okay. So today we have the Blue Razz. You know what? Detail. Look at this detail. There is a serrated edge on this bad boy. Smooth edge. Serrated. Maybe you can't see. There we go. Serrated edge. How cute is that? All right. Got the Jello, the PSL, and the milk. I mean, the PSL is the wrong scale compared to the milkshake and the Jello. Like, that's the thing. These are not a consistent scale. Because, like, okay. Then compare them to last week's orange soda. Okay. The orange soda and the PSL may be about the same. Okay, you know what it is about the pumpkin spice? It's that the lid's too big. It's not that the whipped cream is the wrong size, although it could be a little bigger. I think it's that the lid is huge because of those, like, cat ears and stuff. If the lid were smaller, then in comparison to the milkshake and the soda, it wouldn't look terrible. Now, the food, however, is a different scale. Just full stop. And it's not all a consistent scale because this thing of soup is the same size as this Jello. Like, so that frustrates my OCD kind of a lot. Like, some of it looks good together. The salad and the soup. The salad looks huge next to the soup. But still. The salad next to the Jello is like, this is a salad for the whole table, right? Like, come on. All right. Enough throwing that around. I am going to get my soup or my salad and my soda back in last week's bowl, and I'm going to put my I don't want to lose the the little boo. That's adorable. Okay, so shit. I dropped the Jello. I dropped the Jello into the blanket on my lap that is absolutely covered in dog hair. So let's see how bad this is. Actually, not bad. All right. I could probably, no. All right, that wasn't terrible to have dropped it in the dog hair. I don't see anything stuck to it, actually. I could probably just give it a spritz with some alcohol. Just wipe off the sides. The sides are kind of sticky anyway. It gives it a little shine. All right. So, actually going to put them into the Halloween one so that I keep the little table and everything. Okay. Table. I mean, maybe I do want to like attach that to the bottom of this. Nah, I'll figure that out when I'm gonna, display them. Put the PSL in here. Put the chocolate shake. Like, okay, you see what I mean about how like thin this looks for a shake compared to even adding the clear resin, this thick ass boy latte. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Anyway, I digress. Put that on there. Okay. Set that in my done pile. And then maybe I will figure out. No, actually, I guess this I just need to put the crackers. So Lindsay, since I told you the other day that I got the mold for crackers and you came in late, I'll tell you what happened to the mold for the crackers. Where did it go? It's sitting here somewhere. I was using. Oh, what just rolled? I don't know. Okay. I was using this little mold that I got for the saltines. And because it is like a mold for like nail polish stuff, they're not quite the right scale, but they're like close enough. They're like the mini saltines, right? I was using this UV nail polish that I got off Amazon for cheap, and it's like a kind of nudie color. It's not quite right, but it's close enough. Okay. And as I was making it, you can see how like the whole thing is kind of frosted, but inside the like cookies is more clear. Well, it was getting kind of hazy. So I was like, oh, let me clean that out. So I took some of this 91% alcohol, cleaned it out, dried it off, hit it with the heat gun for just like a second just to make sure it evaporated, and put more UV and pulled it out. And that pulled a chunk out of the mold. So this is what happens when you buy 84-cent molds off Temu. I just ordered 2 more, one to replace this one for my friend since I soiled it, and another one for me so that I would have the saltine ability. But I do now have a couple of, well, get on there, you bitch. All right. Couple little saltine crackers. Yeah, not good quality silicone. But again, 84 cents from China. What do you really want? So, I've got about 6 of these thinner ones that look way better, and then a handful of these thicker ones that filled the mold all the way, but that's too thick. So I'll figure out what to use when I end up displaying these eventually. Actually, I'm gonna transfer these into a big ball. These ones from last week, because they were in a tiny tiny cafe ball. They need to be in a bigger diner ball. And then I can put the Oh shit, these have been accumulating. Okay. So I have the, well, that's from the, oh, it's from the milkshake. I was like, that's not from the pumpkin spice latte. Okay, that's from the milkshake, goes in there. And then the other thing is already in there. These are a couple other doilies that have been sitting over here. This is definitely from the salad. This is from the soup. Oh. This is from the orange soda. My friend wants me to make one similar for Coke or for cola. So I've got to figure that out. I guess it would just pretty much be the same with a different background, huh? All right. Get the little cloche lid on that. And we are donezo for today. So we've got the extras bag. No. Oh, there was a little bit of extra, blue jelly resin today, but otherwise, no real extra resin today. Extra whippy cream and chocolate chips and berries. So, we've got all that going for us. Next week, exciting. Speaking of silicone molds, we will be making a mold. So, there are a few molds. They're not going to be all Miniverse molds. But they will be clear silicone molds because we have to mold the Miniverse pancake that my friend asked for, and then I have a couple of little things that I want to make molds of, so I need to make them all kind of at once. So that's what we're gonna do next weekend. Is we're gonna make molds, and it'll be part one because obviously they'll need to cure and we won't be able to do anything with them until next time. But that's what we're going to do. Excuse me. Next week is make molds. Parting thought. Lindsay says, just had a thought. It would be super cute to have one of those little tabletop greenhouse plant terrarium things and set up your mini stuff in there. I think I know what you're talking about. But I bought a display case that's made for like Lego minifigs. It's not made for Lego minifigs in that it has like the Lego base. I do have a couple of those with Lego minifigs in them. So, excuse me. It's Lego. It's the same. It's the right height though, in terms of the height for most of this stuff. I don't think anything is going to be too big, but if it is, we'll have to see. Maybe that's a way to display the other stuff in a different way. So we shall see. Thank you guys for joining me once again. It's fun as always, and it feels like I'm not alone when I have frustrations like that goddamn pumpkin spice latte. Also, I'm glad that it's not pumpkin spice latte season because I might not have another one after that. But because that was just so frustrating. So it has not ruined me for the, which is good. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Tune in next week where, like I said, we're going to be playing with some silicone and making some silicone molds. It will be PG-13 because some of the things I have to mold are naughty. All right. Uh, till next time, friends. See you later. Have a wonderful crafternoon.